Hey, readers. Today we're going to be talking a little bit more about making reading a 10 out of 10. And last time we talked about how to find books that are really just right and how important that is. And we know that in order to find those just right books, we need to have systems that help us to find those good books. And in the past, we've been able to use things like book boxes or our classroom library, book shopping, by actually going and picking up the book, looking at the back cover, reading the blurb, deciding, hey, is this a good fit for us? And we're kind of limited now because COVID doesn't let us do that. So readers need to revise their systems a little bit to help them find good books. One of the things that we do have is some websites that we're going to look at today. When I think about places that I go to find books, one of the places that I love looking at is Goodreads. And if I go to Goodreads here, it says this is just the site for everyone. So I want to make sure that I'm going in and finding that kid version, right? So I'm going to click on the children's book here, right? And when I click on that, it brings up all of these wonderful books and I can see their covers. And when I click on them or even hover over them, I get a quick blurb about what it might be like. So I know that I can look at the cover and decide, is this a book I want to read? So maybe Everything Sad is Untrue is something that I might be interested in reading it. It looks like he has some struggles and goes through a lot in his life and reminds me a lot of 9, 10, 11, the 9/11 story. So if I go ahead and click on that, I can see that it gives me a little bit more details. It also gives me what book list it's on. So, hey, these are books that sound interesting to me too. So there's a good indicator that this will be a good fit book for me. I also can read some reviews about how do people that have read it feel about it, right? I also know that sometimes on Goodreads, they have these lists. And if I click on that list, maybe I'm going to find other books that are interesting to me. So I could also go and search up a book I've already read. Let's do Diary of a Wimpy Kid. And when I search that up, it brings up my book choice and a synopsis of it, but let's say I've already read it, but it tells me what other lists this book ends up on. So, hey, now maybe when I look at that list, I find something that new that's interesting to me. So, hey, popular graphic novels for middle grade readers. So that's what Goodreads looks like. I also have used Spaghetti Book Club in the past, and I can go through and look at a title. So maybe I find something on Goodreads and I want to see what kids really think of it. I didn't really like the reviews that were on there. So I could go ahead and type it in and then find out what people thought about 11 birthdays. And I can read Allie's review, right? And what she had to say about it. Another great one is Scholastic, and Scholastic Recommendations is what I typed in to find it. And it has all these great articles about, hey, the new Dogman series, 20 great books. It has some more information about what might be popular, other series, right? And I can look at books that way. And if I go ahead and click on this Dogman one, it gives me a little bit about the books and some other series that I might like, right? Others books written by Dave Pilkey. So when I'm on that Scholastic site, if I click on the book title itself, it'll bring me to their book club page where they're trying to sell me that book. So it gives me a little bit more information than what I had on that first page. All right, so then here, hey, what are all those Dogman books that are out there? What might be something I want to look into? Okay. I can also here search for different books. I can look by grade levels, or maybe there are series that I like or format, right? I can look through and search on those. I also think of those big booksellers, Barnes and Noble, right? If I go onto Barnes and Noble, I want to find that kids section. When I get to the kids section, I could look just at what are the best sellers and what are those new releases. The one thing I really like about Barnes and Noble is that when I click on Dogman, And I see the book, I see the synopsis, the explanation for what the book is about. There we go. I also get a list of books that customers also bought. So if someone really likes Dogman and these are the other books they liked, maybe I would like these books too. And that same thing is with Amazon, right? Very similar to Barnes and Noble. Customers who bought this book also bought another one. So here would be a great place where I could type in a book I liked, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, or find a book that I know I like, Dogman. And again, when I get the page loaded, it tells me a little bit about it. I can find some reviews, books that are also bought at the same time, what other books that they like. And this is one that I also like related to the item. So, hey, what might be some other books that would be similar? And then, of course, Mrs. Reddy came in and talked to all of us about our card catalog here. And if I click on Destiny Quest, I know that when I look at those top books and I pick Dogman and can find a little bit about it, even if it's out, I also may like, and it has these other books that I could check into and find out if those would be good books for me. So, readers, our job is to find those books that are 10 out of 10 and make us love reading. So, here are some tools that you can use to make that happen.